Hi everybody and welcome back to Nellie Ruth Designs. Well, look what I've got. I have my big drawer of miscellaneous ephemera I've made over the years, and I'm going to sort through it. I think there's some things in here that I might be able to use in my spring journal that I'm making over on my Patreon with all of my gals over there. And I just got thinking about it. I've made tons and tons of ephemera over the years, and when I'm done with something and I'm not sure what to do with it or where I want to put it, I throw it in this drawer. Now this is a very large drawer. You can see here it goes into one of my cabinets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside over here, and I'm going to start going through, and I'm going to share with you everything that I have made, and I'm going to pick and pull and see if there's anything that I can use in this wonderful spring journal. I'm still going to be making a lot of ephemera, so for everyone over on my Patreon, don't think that it's just going to be the items that I'm pulling here. I'm still going to be making a lot of ephemera for it over there, and I've already made some ephemera here on my YouTube channel. But I just would like to go through this because, again, I don't know everything that I have in my drawer. And I have a little tiny metal plate on the front, ready-made ephemera. So I know that when I go over to my cabinet, I can pick whatever I want out in here. So I would love to have you stick around because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to me, and it should be very interesting for you. I may run across a few things in here that I have been sent over the years because I put them in here as well and say, "Ooh, I'm going to use that in a journal," and I don't. It goes in here and it gets stored. So I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit. Bring it forward, and I'll bring it, I think right about there will be good. Okay. So obviously most of the items on top I just made. So I'm going to, this was a really fun video, and if you haven't seen this video, I suggest you go back. This is where I used a couple cut and paste books, and I just love these. So I'm going to set these aside, although I would like, this would be really pretty in there because it's about the same color. So I'm going to set the things I'm going to be using way over to the side. The things that most likely I probably won't be using, this is another one I could use, I'm going to leave right here. I'm going to be pulling things out according to obviously subject matter and color. So let's just grab a pile here. This is a journaling card. These are all journaling cards. Isn't she cute? Let's just make a pile here. She's very cute. This might be a video that I did making these over on my Patreon, because I don't remember doing these with you. Be present. These are really a lot of fun too. This one I will probably use. These here are made from library cards and pockets. I love these. These are so much fun to make. And again, I believe I have, these are all videos that I have made. This one here is the after cut when you do your die cut. This is a recent video, and I love these. Love, love, love those. Christmas obviously will not go in there. This is a little folder. Isn't that adorable? If there's anything also that you see that you would like to have another video done, we can certainly do that. This here is from a watercolor. This was a video. Oh, I remember these. These are really pretty. They're both Christmas, so I can't use those. Let's see, what have I got here? Oh, these are little slide. Okay, these I think I was going to do something with the daffodils. I was looking for these. I'm going to set these aside because they need to go in my flowers. These are cute. This is a little series, and these little images of these guys with the daffodils. Aren't they adorable? I might be able to put something like that in the book. So I'm going to set those aside over there in the yes pile. Oh, this is just little gnome ephemera, which I will put. Isn't that a cute little pocket? We should do something like that. Make some little vellum pockets. That's an idea. I'll put that in an idea pile. What do we have here? I'm just gonna, here's my circle belly band. I might be able to use a section of this, but isn't this fun? I have a video on that. I'd like to make some more of this. Maybe I'll do this with those fun flowers that I have. Oh, this is, I want to put my mom's. Isn't this a fun cluster? Some of these I've just forgotten. And again, if you see anything that you would like to see me make again on my YouTube channel, by all means, please speak up. This is a pretty, these are pretty tags. Oh, this is the one where I did the time, I think these are the time-saving tags. This is another library card. Here's more watercolor and stamping. This one's pretty. I might be able to use this. I like that. I'm going to put that over in the possible. Yep, these were all my time-saving decorating tag video. These are really cute. So we'll put that there. Put these over there. These are the watercolor. Here is a Christmas. Is this a pocket? No. What is this? Oh, this is a pocket. Oh, here you go. This is a Christmas pocket for one of my journals. Oh, I like this. I'll have to organize these according to Christmas and such, and start using some of them. Oh, here's another section of the circle belly band. Yeah, that's fun. That's a fun project. Oh, here's some more. Again, I did these for my mom's, but aren't these fun? So this one goes with this one over here. Yeah, these are really cute. So I may have to make some more of those. These are for my, I make religious journaling cards as well, because over on my Patreon we do some Bible collaging and Bible journaling, and I really like these. I think these are so pretty. Oh, this is a, what do we got here? Oh, this is a pocket, an inside pocket. This is definitely going in my mom's journal, probably on a scrapbook page. That was my mom back in, let's see, she was born in 1920, so this has to be 1928. I think she's, or 19, what am I saying, 28? 1938. I think she said she was about 18 years old there. And this is just on a 5x7 card, and then I had a die cut where I cut that out and I put the seed packet behind here. So that is going to be, see, I just need to go through here. That's my mom's. It's funny how we make things and then we kind of forget about them, right? These are my deer that I have cut out. 4 cards or whatever. That's going to go in a different pile. Oh, here's one. These are my little girls' journaling cards. Aren't these sweet? And these are with die cuts. And again, I need to start putting some of these in. I love these die cuts in my journals. So I have those. I'm just going to set them there. Here's some more little toddler ones. These are fun if you create a, oh, what do you call them? A little golden book journal. And here's another little girl. Very cute. So I put them there. Here's more Christmas. This is another, yep, this is another pocket. I love these bingo card pockets. So much fun. And then I just added this little snowflake on a Christmas card. Very cute. Oh, here is a tag. This must have been made for my blue journal. And I need to get this in there. This was a fun little flip. That would be something fun to do. Some more of my women. I'll show you this book plate I made. That's fun. I love these tall cards. I like that one a lot. And then this I made. This is out of an old file. What do you call them? File separator. This is a little pocket on the front. I call these book plates because they're so big, and I just like to tuck them into my large journal, and then I can write on the back. But this has a feather, and here's an envelope on the front with a little bit of fabric. These I remember I sold in my Etsy shop. I had made quite a few of these different styles. This was the only one that didn't sell, and then I pulled it. And I said, I'm going to keep this one for myself. What else do we have? More Christmas, which I think is so cute. It's another little folder. Oh, here were some men. Let's see, do I have... Oh, this is another little tiny one, like these over here. Isn't that sweet? All right, so I know I made a grouping of men. I will just set them aside, I guess, for my dad's journal. I should say scrapbook. Oh, these here are frames. I think these are really cute with the stamps. And here is another one, and here are a couple more. So you can see here I used some of my dies, and then these came out of a magazine. Included some stamps. I wanted to use stamps this way. Nope, this way. Yeah, these are pretty. These are a little too dark, though, to put in that spring journal. I have this large. This will go in a journal or my mom's scrapbook. My mom had fussy cut this out for one of her decoupage pieces, and I collaged the front of this. And if you'd also like to see larger tags like this, we can collage on the front. This is just nice because it gives you so much room. So that's going to go over there with my mom's stuff. Here is another really pretty journaling tag. This one here. This one here, again, I'll put over in my mom. She had die cut. She had fussy cut this out. And I created that tag for a scrapbook page. Oh, this here, I think this might have been my first attempt with a window envelope tag. And there is a tag in the front. And I just think this is really pretty too. Does anybody else make items and then they just sit in a drawer? And I love this closure here, this open. And again, see, sometimes it's good to take your items out and then you can see, because I think it would be fun, all different types of tabs and closures that you could do. So I have that there. Here is another library card pocket. This one I did not make. I'm going to put that over there in the Barbie did not do pile. This here I think all came. This was some Happy Mail that I got. And I could make just a journal with all of this stuff. So I'm going to set that aside. That's a packet of Happy Mail from probably 2 years ago. These are little tiny slide film pieces that I made. These are fun. Right here, using flowers and washi tape. That's all I did was just use washi tape around the sides of these. So these are loads of fun. And this one, I have a different photo on the back side than I do on the front. So those are fun. Have those stored. Do something with it. These might be kind of cute to make a belly band out of. I could make a belly band like this, but using all of these little fun pieces. So maybe I'll set that aside. That'll be a fun project. That will go in the project pile. Here's some more of the watercolor abstract tags. Not tags, but journaling cards, you know what I mean. And then the stamping of the faces on here, and then these sweet little stickers, which I don't remember where, I don't know what I did with these now. But these were fun to make. I think I have a video on those as well. You just have to kind of go back to see all my old. Here is another, just needs a ribbon. Oh, and this was fun. These I actually sent out. These are postcards. It says, "Kiss me, I'm nuts." My daughter-in-law buys nuts and such from, oh, I can't think of the company name, but the box comes in, it's all decorated, and there's all kinds of fun sayings on the outside. And I cut the box up and I made postcards with it. And I actually sent postcards out to some of you a while, a year or two ago. And this is from a Dick and Jane book. And I just cut out sayings on here. And then I wrote and then shipped them out. That's a fun idea. Oh, what do we have in here? I have no idea. Okay, this looks like it's all... This has all been sent to me. This, again, is more... I think I bought a journal at one time, and these were extras for that journal. Yeah, these were all extras for the journal to put in there. So I'll have to go through here and figure out what I'm going to do with all of this stuff here. So this is going to go back in this little pouch. I'll do that after. Okay, next. What's next? Are you having fun yet? Let's see. All of these pieces here, that's different. Oh, here's another one of the masculine journaling cards. I'm going to use these when I've scrapbooked my dad's photos. This one here, I like. This will go into a scrapbook, and it will just be a feature piece. But this here is quite large. I think it's a, oh, I don't know what size it might be. It might be like 8 by 7 or whatever. But this is a fun way to make a collage as well. And you could have it as a feature in a scrapbook, where if you only have a few photos, you could put them on the right hand side and just use this on the left hand side center, and then you could do your journaling around it. But I think that's really pretty. So I have large pieces like that as well. What do we have here? Oh, here's another one of the little squares with the stamps. These here I had a lot of fun doing. This was when I was playing with my watercolors, and I have these really great stamps, and they're little scenes. And this is just, I have this tied together. It can either come down like this or however in the book. But I just played with the watercolors, and then I did the stamping of these scenes. And then here, these are little cutouts from a magazine to make them look like little signs, little places, cafes. So that was fun. I do like doing artwork like that. These here are, let's see, do I have any more? Envelopes. With a cute little interior card to journal on. And these are raised. You can see they're little dimensional. These I used to sell on my Etsy shop. So if I just have one or whatever, obviously this was one that was left over. Because I did have an Etsy shop years and years ago. Here are more journaling cards, and I should do this more for my collaging as for the birds. And here is where I took tissue paper and I crinkled it up so the colors were a bit raised. This was really fun to do. And then I just stamped and played. I have those. Another larger little journaling card with beads and a sari silk bow. I have that. Oh, let's see, what else? Whoops. Not sure what this is, but I think that was something that was sent to me. Let's see, I still haven't found much for the springtime journal. The colors just aren't right. Oh, here's another one of the watercolor cards with the doodles and such. Oh, this here, this was, I don't know if I made this or not. I have these stamps. That's why I'm wondering if I made this. And that's my washi tape. I think I did make this. And that's a tag there. Created for good works. I might be able to use this in my springtime journal. I'll set this aside because I do think it's pretty. And it has the flowers. Here is another. These are real flowers in here. These are from my garden. And I need to put that in my blue and white journal. This here was something that was sent to me. This here was fun to do. This is when I was trying to get over my fear of circles. and it's just a simple piece of paper with a little floral piece of ephemera. And then on here I used my gold, I don't know if you can see, it's my gold tool, and I just think this was really, it softened this a little bit, and I just stitched that down the side and on the bottom. These here, here's another piece of that belly band. So I'm going to put that over with the belly band. This here, I thought I'd have fun and just, I remember when I made this, try to do instead of using an envelope, I created something similar to an envelope, but have that. This here is, I remember this one. I really like this because this is when I really kind of started fussy cutting. And this was an envelope. And I just made this into a nice large journaling pocket. And that just goes right down in like that. So that was fun to make. Oh, what else do we have? Oh yeah, here's another. Oh, this was fun. Okay, here's some more of the, obviously you can see I had to cut some of this up because it was too long to fit in my drawer. Yeah, I remember I made a video on this and I just thought this was fun. You could you could have your tag in this here. This, I'm not sure where I don't know if I bought these or had them left over, but I thought, oh, I could do something fun with those. So I made the tag to go in the top, and then I made this cute little journaling card where it can just slide right up in here like this. It does slide. There we go. Oh, that was, and it just slides in there like that. So you have two spots where you can journal. Oh, this was my Aunt Fanny's, my great Aunt Fanny. And this was an old envelope. This will go in my dad's scrapbook. It says Miss Fanny Van Tassel, Gibson Avenue, Sandy Hill, New York. And this goes way back. And I just put a real pretty sticker on here and then a little summer poem. So that will go into the family grouping. Oh, and I did that again. This is to my great Aunt Jenny. And this is, as you can see, a very old envelope. And I think I'm just using this as an accent piece because it's old and frail. I glued that back where it was torn and tattered. So that goes in family. This is not mine. And then here again is where I used some mesh to kind of soften this card. Here is a cute little envelope that I made. These aren't mine. This isn't mine. Oh, and here's another one of those fun pockets with a journaling card. And then this with the little charm. Oh, this is a video I did, which I'm going to do eventually. I want to do a Woodstock journal. That's not mine. Let's see. This one here. Oh, here's more. Might as well just take these out. These are more library cards. And again, I did these for some of my dad's scrapbook pages so I can put his photos down. And then instead of journaling on the page, I can adhere these and journal in there. Here I have these women, which are for my mom's scrapbook pages. But these are so much fun to make. Another man. This one I like because it says New York on it. This one. And this one here. This here I have, I think I made a fairy journal. That's for that one. So I'll put these over here. That can go there. Those are not mine. What else do I have? Oh, here's another cute little paper cluster. This here is for just a little novel tag to put in a Christmas journal. And these are, again, these are flowers out of my garden that I made. I have this petal here, and then this little tiny daisy, and this is not hair, but this is fiber. This is fiber from a little piece of string I had in my, I wanted this to be really natural, little piece of string in my box. And then I have these two little flowers here, which we can do, we can make some of these after my flowers bloom. In the summer, we can do that in the fall. That's a fun little project. These here, it's funny the choice of papers. These all seem to be kind of dark. Here's another little one of the girls. Not much, not too much, very bright and springy. These are cute little round circle pockets. And then these are the tags that go down inside. And then I made these little clusters to go on here. And these are cute. I wish I could set up a little store and make things and stick them in a store. I don't ever want to do Etsy again. I thought I'd be able to do that on my Patreon, but the only thing you can do on Patreon is digitals. And I am not a digital girl, nor do I want to be. But I think these are really cute. So I have those. What else do I have here? What else do I have? Oh, here's another one with the mesh, which I think are really pretty, very feminine. Oh, this one here, you can see I have it all ready to glue down in a pocket. This is a tall tag, and this is where I used a negative piece for after I used the die cut. And here's the die cut. I used it for the top of the tag to take in and out. And this will go in one of my vintage. So see, here's the top of that flower. This will go into the top, or into one of my vintage journals, because it has the old S&H green stamps. This I made to put in my dad's scrapbook because he was a big fisherman. My dad used to wear a Congo cap, and he had a sweater like that, and so that will go. That's over in the family pile. These here are really nice, large journaling cards. And I love making large journaling cards. But I use these in my scrapbooks. And I just think these are really nice pieces of art to put in there. So I made those. I'm going to stick those over because they'll go on my dad too. What's this little pile? Oh, these are my ATC. These are my coins. I just did these. These are, okay, so see, I got the backs of these. I sent some of these out, and this is what I have left over. So I'm going to put my ATCs up here. These are my altered playing cards. This is a recent video with these here. And these were a lot of fun to make. So you could go back and watch that video. Let's see, I think I have, oh, partners and pails. Oh, this I made for my mom's journal, or my journal about my mom. This is something that was some sort of attachment. I think it came on a piece of clothing. And I said, I could do something with that. So I made this Partners and Pals. And this is my mom with all her girlfriends from way back when. And I should make something like this with you again. And then I have here where if I want to type something out or write something out, I can on here, or if I want to put another picture. But I love this closure. I just think it's so much fun. But look at that. Isn't that a great picture? That's my mom right there. She's the pretty one. So I have that to put in her, on her scrapbooking page or in my journal. Here is another with the, this is actually a little pocket. So if I wanted to, I could take a card and write on it and then stick that down in the pocket like that. A little journaling card. Here's another journaling card, or pocket and card, using obviously craft paper and some vellum. This was a fun project, and here is the, I just have to bring some of these back, don't I? I think that's pretty. You can see my theme here. It's all birds and nature, and here are some more fairies. Library pockets. We're almost done. Here is another fun card, journaling card tag. These I made, and I have to figure out what I will do with these, but these are little tiny mason jars, and I collaged on these sweet little girls. Aren't they cute with the birds? This little boy with his bird. These are from vintage sewing patterns. All of these little children. They're from vintage sewing patterns. Look at her. Isn't she sweet? I think I'm keeping these for my grandbaby. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Look at her. And then I just did a little watercolor on the top and the side. So these are most likely, I made those for when I have a grandbaby. They can go in her album. Oh, these are just extra pieces that need to be done with. This I think I purchased, yeah, from Nancy. That's a little cluster. This here. Oh, here's a couple more. This here are some wild, I think they call these bluebells, but I pressed these and used them in there. In that little photo slip. Here's one. That's cute. Just simple. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, this here is a try. Which way? This way. I have this on the bottom here. So let's unwrap this. See what we get. All right, which way are we going with this? It's not tied, I know that, because I wouldn't tie it. Here we go. Well, I think what I'm going to have to do, yeah, okay, so that goes around. So this just flips. The earth laughs with flowers. So this is obviously a little writing space. And then this just goes, yeah, this just goes like this. And then I just have it. I have it around like that. So that's a cute little piece. Let's see, this and this. This isn't mine. This here, this is the center for a binding. Glad to know I've got that. Getting down to the bare bones. That's not mine. That's not my stuff. This isn't my stuff. This isn't my stuff. This isn't my stuff. And let's see, is there anything in here? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Okay. So this here, oh, I remember making, these were fun to make. This is a pocket, but it's made from a Starbucks coffee cup holder. And I had more fun with these. I was in Starbucks one day and I thought, I could do something with these. And I just embellished the outside. I cut the tag to fit. And then once I put it in the journal, I do glue the bottom here. Glue the bottom. And then that just makes a nice little pocket. And I think these are just a lot of fun. Just something different. Upcycling your stuff. These aren't mine. These aren't mine. Well, they are mine because I recognize that sari silk. All right. This here, I really like making these. This is just a flip. And it has a pocket in here to put something. And then it just, you can put whatever you want on the top. And then you flip it down. You make your panel. And then you do your decorating. These would be fun to make again. I like these. Okay, so I guess these are mine because this is my sari silk. So these are nature tags. There's one there. And then this is a tag. Yeah, and these were my mom's flowers. My stamp. So I have those. So you can see I don't have anything. I'm going to be making a lot of ephemera for that spring journal because the colors here just aren't right for it. And I'm not sure what this goes to, but I should probably check. That goes to something. This here, these are really simple little pockets. And I have a die cut machine to make these pockets. And they are so fun to make. So I have that little one. And then look at this little pocket. And then this here is birch that I brought in from outside. And I just glued the birch on the front of there with this little, it's another little pocket. And then I have this little pocket here. I might be able to use something like this in the journal. That one there. And I might be able to use this. I'm going to keep these out. Just maybe. It's cute. I think this would be a really cute idea to make these. Write a little note to someone and send these out in a small little envelope. Here is another. Yeah, I like this. This is really pretty. I have a die cut to make these slide films. I should do more of these because these are so much fun to make. And again, I have birch bark that I brought in and adhered there, and then I fussy cut this out of a paper. Here is another one. More birch bark. Tell I like nature. And then we have this one here. Writer and pineapple equals gardener. Here's three little, isn't that sweet? Look at those three little flowers. These are going to go in my gardening journal. And then here is another one of those fun flip pockets. So these will go into my Bible journal because I have verses in there. Here is another front pocket and envelope with a journaling card. It's nice to see when you pull something like this out. It's nice to see the surprise behind it. And then I have this here. Yeah, I like these. And I could even put, or if you do something like this, you could even put a nice photo on the front and tuck that photo right in behind here and then journal on the back side. So this will go into my Bible journal as well. And I think that's it. That is it. That empties my drawer. So at least now I can see the only things that might be a possibility to put into that spring journal that I'm working on would be this here, because the colors, there's a lot of colors. I've got funky colors. That might go. And this flower looks like it's from Maramie over at Marta's, from Marta Maramie's art. So that one may go. These two little ones might be able to go. These are really cute. This one might be. This might be okay. Might be able to put this in because there's a lot of these colors. Because I have, this was my other video, so I have these colors that are going in that journal as well. So that might be a go. And then these little daffodils. This might be too dark, but that one might be a go. I know I have a blue. I could do a couple of these in the book. They're just fun. These two, no, but maybe these two. And I'm sure I could put this in somewhere because this is just so sweet. And then I could use this little one here. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed going through my drawer with me and seeing all of my goodies. I just have to start using some of these now, right? So maybe we can build a journal around some of this ephemera that I have hanging around and start using it. Because some of it, it's a shame that I just keep it in my drawer for so long, but I'm sure we all do that. So if you're new to my channel, I want to thank you. And if you've stuck around, I want to thank you even more. Thank you to all of my loyal subscribers out there. I appreciate each and every one of you. And a big shout out to my patrons over on my Patreon. And that is it. I want everyone to have a great week, what is left of it. If you're watching this on a weekend, have a blessed weekend. Get out there and play. Get out in the sunshine and just soak up that sun. I hope your gardens are all growing a little bit now and you can get out and dig in the dirt. So until next time, I will bid you adieu. And I will see you, as I always say, in my next video. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.